What is up? What is up? What is up, Show Me family? It is the General, your boy, Steve. We are coming on tonight, and unfortunately, I don't have the boss man with me. He got held back. He's on his way out to the, we'll go ahead and just splash it on the screen. He's on his way out to the Boise, Idaho Reptile Show. It is a 2-day banger, the 19th and 20th, so Saturday and Sunday. Unfortunately, his plane got held back, so hopefully he's able to slide in. He said that he was getting close to landing, but as we know, we've got suitcases and all that stuff, so the show must go on. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be introducing the Show Me Reptile shops and the store managers, and they will indeed be doing their own show. So before we get all of that rolling, we will go ahead and do a little bit of paying the bills here. So we'll do a little bit of
What's Colubrid Fest?
What?
You understand now? Be self, Pharrell. I'll see you there.
All right, guys, so there it is. I'm going to go ahead and bring out our guest slash future host here. So without further ado, I will bring out the first one. This is our Springfield Show Me Reptile shop manager. Everybody got to kind of meet up with her last night, and we bring you Stephanie Vance. How are you, Steph?
I'm great tonight. How are you, Steve?
Hey, man, always blessed to be with Show Me. I'm going to bring out the rest of the crew, man. So next, we'll go ahead and bring out St. Peter's Show Me Reptile shop manager, and we will bring out Loki. What's going on,
Hey,
Loki?
how's it going, everyone? Doing good.
Good stuff, man. I'm digging. I'm not sure where you are, but I dig the vibe, Loki.
Thanks. It's my plant room.
Hey, our own little oasis.
Got the buddy here.
So, love it. All right, so we will bring out our third and final, the Troy Show Me Reptile shop manager, and we will introduce you all to Dawson. What's going on, Dawson?
Hey, how's it going?
So, just to get this kind of ball rolling here, so Stephanie, I know you did a little bit of a cheater show last night because we went on, but tell everybody who you are, where you're located at, and how long you've been with Show Me.
I am the shop manager at the Springfield location. My name is Stephanie Vance, and I have been here since the shop opened, so a little over a year now. And we're at 3235 East Sunshine Street, Suite B, Springfield, Missouri. Always tell people across from the Starbucks, because like I said last night, coffee, reptiles, hand in hand.
Yep, you can't miss it.
Yeah, and yeah, so that's a little bit about me, Mama too, and love reptiles and manage the shop here in Springfield.
Sweet. Dawson, how about you, brother, man?
Obviously, my name is Dawson. I've been out in the Troy location for 6 months now, just almost 7 months, so not too long, but loving it. The shop's looking really good, and it's, surrounded by reptiles, so what can't you not love?
I know, right? I love it. And now we have the St. Peter's manager, and we will introduce Loki. Loki, if you want to tell everybody a little bit.
Yeah, I've been working with Show Me for a little over, I think it's been like a year and a half now I've been here. Absolutely love this job. Love working with the amazing animals.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, just to kind of get a little bit of a layout here for everybody, and I know it's kind of difficult to, let's see here. We'll get everybody back up on the screen. You all are animal eccentric as it is, but I'll start with Stephanie and we'll kind of go from there. Is there one or two species that you really kind of feel like you specialize in, or is kind of your passion animals at the shop?
So definitely ball pythons. I don't care how overrated people say they are. I love me some ball pythons.
Love ball pythons.
And I feel like I'm very well versed on them and their husbandry, temperatures, all of that. I'd also say a lot of different species of anole lizards. Done a lot of studies on that, especially the larger species of them. So working with the bioactive and higher humidity levels and all that kind of setup is something else that I have put a lot of time and knowledge learning and growing in that, which we always continue to learn and grow. There's no change about that. So
right. What about you, Dawson?
It's hard to pick one, but
I know it's an unfair question.
I know. Yeah, so I would probably say turtles and tortoises. I mean, that's like the first animal probably that I found and kept as a child. So I'm assuming that's probably why. I just am drawn into them. Either aquatic, terrestrial, doesn't really matter. I just love turtles and tortoises, even though we don't have a whole lot right now. Anytime we get them in, I'm geeking over them.
Now, do you guys still have the one that's over in the corner?
Scooter, yeah. So we got Scooter. He's about 11-year-old sulcata. He's doing great. He's definitely the fan favorite of the shop. I mean, when kids come in, it's like as soon as they run in, they're like, I'm gonna go check out Scooter. And I always give them some vegetables. They like tongue feed them and they love it. They go crazy for them.
Absolutely. So Loki, how about you? Do you have a species that I hate to use the word prefer, because like I said, I know we're all animal eccentric. I hate getting painted into a corner.
Right.
But
I mean, I'm a big snake guy. I think ball pythons is what got me into it, and I've just been slowly kind of branching out from there. The shop has made it to where I can work with a lot of species I had never personally got to work with before. And it's made me want to keep a lot of different ones. Like the dream is going to be to work with some white lip pythons eventually.
those are cool.
That'd be awesome.
Those are really. Do you have any of them yet?
Not currently. I've been eyeing the one up at Springfield though.
Loki's all looking up at me going, that you Springfield still got.
I know. I mean, if you send it to me, maybe.
You know, the nice thing about that is they sell those animals at that shop.
That's true.
I love it, guys. So, okay, getting back on to kind of the topic itself, with you guys will be having your own show, which will be called Shop Talk. In addition, Emma will also be sliding in and out. I know Emma will be doing various things with like husbandries and builds and things like that. Now, Dawson, I know you had told me that you like doing the large enclosure builds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, go ahead and tell everybody, what you like to do, and maybe some of what you'll be showing on the Shop Talk show.
Yeah, for sure. So it was a secret for a while because we were trying to keep it as a surprise. But now that it's, cat's out of the bag, we have a 6-foot crocodile monitor at the shop, which is amazing, I will say the least. If it's in like a 10-foot by 10-foot by 7-foot room that's completely concreted, it has screen behind that, so God forbid the concrete does, escape or get broken, it's secured. So we have the whole room is covered in screen, thick gauge, and then also cemented in, and it's really nice textures. So it kind of looks like a rock wall. So I love building big enclosures. I do custom like wood, and then I do the backgrounds and the foam and transform that into like as natural as I can. So what I like to do is right now I'm working on like one of the big zoom ed polydariums, and we're turning it into a waterfall feature with some fish, some
Nice.
vampire crabs. We might do like a basilisk or something in it, so something that won't eat all my fish. So something like that. And then same with all of our bioactive builds. So all of our frogs and like small geckos, New Caledonians, they're all on like our bioactive with isopods and plants. even though it's a small cage, like even a 12 by 12 by 18, it's nice to bring that nature into an enclosure. And for me, it's a lot nicer. It's nicer for the animals. They appreciate it, better for them. And just to look at it is just way better than the artificial fake plants, fake rocks. It just looks better to me.
And for anybody that doesn't know, Dawson built an entire room for this croc monitor. So not only is he a shop manager, I come in to leave for a show, and this dude was in the back room mixing concrete. He was all sorts of construction out, and I haven't got a chance to see it completed. I'm excited because I will get a chance to see it here in the next couple days because I'll be down in the Troy shop. I'm stoked, dude.
It's awesome.
I'm stoked. So I know you worked hard on that. That's super cool. I wish it would have been something that we would have been able to get content along the way, but the fact that it's already here,
right?
It's hard to do that.
I do actually have some footage, but since it was a surprise, I haven't like compiled all the footage. Some of the stuff like the wood getting placed into the enclosure, I wasn't there for, but I do have footage of me doing the wall, and I have footage of the crocodile monitor. So I think at some point soon I'm going to compile that and actually showcase it because it's going to be really cool.
That's awesome. Now, the setup that you're talking about that you said you were going to put fish in it and all of that stuff, that's going to be like a shop display piece, right? Or is that
correct?
Okay, I just wanted to check.
Yeah, so it's going to be like a rotating enclosure. So obviously we will keep an animal in there that's for sale. And then if we sell it, we can clean it out and kind of restart it. It's one of the 36 by 18 by 36 palletariums, so it's big. Right now I have all of the plumbing installed, and the background is foamed and texturized. So I have some nice peat moss and sand on the wall, so it looks super natural. And I have all the cork in there right now, and then like a waterfall installed. So it's about 80% of the way there.
That's cool, dude. That's cool. So is that kind of the stuff that you think that you might be showing on here? Is you doing some of the builds? Because I know for me personally, I've never done it, and I know I'd like to see some of the foam in the back, and I know that the sculpting goes to the individual, but I do better when I see it. I can do a lot of things, but how I learn best is visually and then getting in and doing it. So I'm kind of excited to see what you don't drop, dude, for real. I love that stuff. And it's like Stephanie said, it's always learning.
Yeah.
Always learning. So what about you, Stephanie? What kind of content do you think that you're going to be bringing to Shop Talk? Because I know Springfield actually does a few things that the other stores haven't been. I don't know how to say it. I don't know. Do you have a little more room or something? Go ahead, take it.
Obviously we're gonna still keep coming at for the the videos. People really enjoy those. It draws their attention in. You don't mind being silly. If you saw me side hugging, Lucky's leaving for 10 days, so I was like really sidely depressed and had to say goodbye because he's like my buddy. Definitely continuing the education, the kids camps. We do a lot of like trying to reach that younger generation while reaching the older generation. So gonna continue to kind of do that outlet, which my son corrected and said they're not cringe videos, they're just cheesy videos. So I can continue the cheesy videos.
They make definitely smile.
Yeah, I mean, we enjoy doing them, and it's like I said, it's just it's getting some points across without being cruel or boring. You want to draw their attention in and make a point and let them remember to. So that's a big part of what we're going to continue to do. And, just push that education. And we're still we're finishing the turtle pond. So that'll be something that we'll bring up in the shop talk, is like the progress on that, and Moe's enclosure. So some of the upgrades that we're going to continue to work on, I'll definitely want to follow the process of how we do it. So,
Sure. I love it. What about you, Loki? I know you do a lot of stuff with some of the photography things like that. What are you thinking you might try to bring to the table, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I always love like highlighting the animals, trying to get some really cool pictures and videos of them. I think some of my favorite stuff to make is like your short term, your reels and stuff, highlighting them. But what I really enjoyed, kind of going off of what Dawson said, is like the bioactive builds and like making them all custom and just these really like gorgeous displays so people can see like the potential for their own collections and like this is what we could work towards to have as like a really cool standard.
Man,
Yeah.
I smell a show me build off coming soon. Because,
That'd be
like, that's
fun.
you guys, you're all like, hey, man, I'm all about going all in. I like decking it out. And, you know, that's what you get in the evolution of what we're doing with keeping. Because you get past the basic stuff and you're like, now, how can I make this better? Now, what can I do here? Now, what about this? What, you know, and just
Absolutely.
constantly shifting to make things better. I'm anxious to see the setup you're doing, Dawson. I tried that once and it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy
Yeah.
having the water with fish and land inside the same thing. It was a hard go for me. That'll be really cool setup that you got
Yeah,
going.
it's definitely a struggle. The hardest part, is making sure that it's suitable for every single species that you have. Because you can say, oh, I can make this like a paludarium, the fish will thrive, but it's like, will your lizard be able to get out of the water? Will your crabs drown? Like hermit crabs, or vampire crabs is what we're probably going to do. They need a lot more land, so they're not a fully aquatic, crab. So you got to make sure that what you're doing is suitable for everything at the same time. So, you know, blueprinting the entire thing before you do it is key. Don't just throw it in there and like hope it works. But that's definitely, I think, the hardest part is making sure everything fits for everyone in the enclosure.
Which
Yeah.
I wanna point out that I love that part of Show Me in general and the shops in general, is that we're setting up tanks the way that they're supposed to be done, because there's so much misinformation out there, and we don't. There's a lot of people who go, oh, this would look pretty and this would look pretty together, but they don't understand the whys and the why we don't, why we do. So I love that, like, he's also like, Dawson's really good at that too, like laying it out to show this is why, so he can explain that to a customer. And same with a lot of the setups in the shops, it's showing that natural way to do it that's proper for them, because cohabbing is like the most common thing we get, and I'm like, yeah, we got to
Mhm.
think about where they come from. You can't put an animal from Africa with a rainforest animal, like. So it's kind of cool that you think through that, even, and that the shop runs that way, because it keeps that education going on. Look, the
Absolutely.
fearless
And
leader.
what's going on, Mickey? So, Steph, something else that you guys mentioned doing these various setups on enclosures and terrariums and things like that, and the Show Me Reptile.
Can you guys hear me?
I
Hey,
can.
there we are.
But yeah, what I was saying is the Show Me Reptile shops and the Show Me Reptile shows also I found out, kind of coincide together. Because last time I was out in Springfield for the Springfield show, I stopped by your store, Steph, and you guys had a really nice setup. And what was the deal on that? It was a raffle giveaway for tickets or
Yeah, so if they went to the show and they checked in at the show and they commented, and then they came to our shop and did the same thing, they got different ways to enter to win the bioactive build. So it also helps funnel the people that get to go to the shows and the shop, but it's also promoting like a proper bioactive build. So it's like an all-inclusive.
And
really
it was a
good way to do
nice
it.
setup, dude. It was a really nice
Yeah,
setup.
it was nice.
You had the top light. It had everything out the gate, and I'm just like, wow, that's amazing that Show Me does something like that. Because I mean, in all technicality, the shops don't have to do that stuff. I don't like to name drop other stores, but I don't know of very many other pet stores that do something like that.
There's not. We're unique in what we do, Steve.
There's Mickey.
Yay!
Hey.
Hey, what's going on, boss?
Oh, not too much. Trying to find a place to sit in your airport. I
Good
think I
luck.
might have found a spot.
So yeah,
Well,
I felt like that was really unique. Now, Dawson, Loki, is that something that you guys do every once in a while at your locations too?
So we haven't done a raffle yet, but pretty much like we have this cold room that we keep all of our frogs and like New Caledonians, cave geckos, crocodile, skinks, stuff like that that don't really need the heat. Um, so anything in that room right now, you can buy the whole setup. It's
Yeah.
fully ready to go. You can buy the animal with it. So you're getting your plants, your cork, ice pods, springtails, your drainage layer. You're getting everything in it. So some of these animals, as you know, can stress out from transport. So this will keep them from less stress. It also, not everyone has the artistic ability to build something like that. Not saying that I always do either. You mess up, but sometimes people just don't have the time or the patience to build an enclosure like that. So they can come into the shop and actually just pick out an enclosure, buy it, and then get the animal with it as well. So that helps, cut down a
Well,
lot of time.
and you've learned in the process of building, so like
Yes.
trial and error and things like that, that just makes you better. It's
Oh, my first
the
enclosures
natural
were,
evolution.
yeah, my first enclosures I built were sad.
well, and all of the shops do that. Like all of our locations, Troy, St. Peter's, and Springfield, all of us can do custom builds so that the
Hmm.
customers don't
Yeah.
have to do the work. And that makes it nice because we have the experience to make sure that the builds in each of the shops is correct. And all they have to do is come pick up the enclosure and then their animal and insert it in. And we've done all the work for them as well.
What I appreciate most is, and I know all of us have seen this at other stores. If you go to the Show Me store and one of the associates is handing you things for your animal, you're not getting a tortoise hide for your snake. You're not getting foliage for a leopard gecko. Some of these master kits they have pieced together is like, well, hey guys, we have an overabundance of this in the warehouse. I think we say that this is what goes with that. So I appreciate the fact that you're actually getting stuff not only that is going to benefit the animal, but it's going to benefit the customer,
Hmm.
making
So
it easier.
a little something about that, Steve. Right now, the shops are working on some industry leading husbandry standards. So we're making sure these animals are getting set up 100% right. I was looking at it yesterday and what we're doing, and it's pretty extensive project. So we're making sure some of these otter species are getting set up properly and things like that.
And that's important, man. That's important because obviously if it's odd or it's something that not everybody is actually working with, it might be difficult to work with or whatnot. So that could
Well,
be
well, the thing about it is we care about the animals and the keepers more than we care about, but
Oh,
Yep.
we care about the animals and we care about the people that are keeping them, setting them up for success. So the more information that we can, give our shop, the people leading our shops, it all trickles down to the customer and the new keeper, and that's what's really important.
Yeah, absolutely. And right before you came on, unfortunately, she wasn't able to join us. But if you'd like to share some words about Emma, I know you told me that she's going to be swooping in and doing some of the things that you're talking about.
Yeah, so Emma is working on our advancing husbandry, which is going to kind of set some new standardization across the stores. We're already kind of pushing the envelope on some of the things that we do, but uh, we're taking a step farther with our quarantine and animal prep and stuff like that. Uh, she's doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, a lot of research and just stuff like
I love
that.
it. I love it. And
Yeah.
that stuff's important. And before you come out, I was telling everybody, I appreciate what you do with the education stuff for the junior keepers and stuff like that, Mickey. It's so important that this continues on past us. And
Yeah.
that's making sure that other people can learn to love these animals. You know, I feel like people tend to cut themselves off when it comes to reptiles, and they're really removing some amazing things from their life in doing so. So just that introduction that this isn't bad, it's big. It's a big deal.
Oh yeah, it's huge. I mean, and that's the goal, is to, get a reptile in every house, but keep on growing this. And I firmly believe that the shows and the stores are our front line of growing what we do. Uh, I just wish more people would see that and support what we're doing. But it's whatever.
Well, and you know what, Mickey, I really like the aspect that you are actively working in the stores. You have offices in the stores where you frequent the stores to make sure that everything is on point. I mean, it's not the staff that's really the concern, but just making sure that customers are taken care of appropriately and things like that. You don't see that everywhere. And just like everybody's looking behind Mickey right now, he's at an airport. Are you actually in Boise right now, Bob?
No, I'm in Sacramento. I'm in Sacramento. I'll hit Boise at about 11:30 tonight. Uh, yeah. Yep. So I'm in
So
transit
yeah,
today.
Mickey will be out in Boise, Idaho, Saturday and Sunday for the Show Me Reptile show. So anybody out in that area, that's definitely going to be a good one to go to. If you haven't got a chance to go up and meet Mickey, he's very approachable. Say hi, take that picture, and just come out and be a part of the Show Me experience, man. We keep telling people about it, Mickey. And as of recently, we've been showing people about it, but you got to come to the shop. You have to come to a show. You got to go to Marketplace. The Show Me experience is just a full circle.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, the shops run really well because of these people that you see here on the screen. The leadership team within the stores, they do a really great job. Uh, they're all they're all reptile enthusiasts. That's something that we push as a brand, is, for keepers, by keepers. I remember when Loki was young, Loki was coming to the shows, getting getting his first animals at the shows.
Yeah, I got my very first two ball pythons from a show back in like 2016, and that's kind of what it all kicked off. I've been following Show Me for quite a while.
Yeah, and Dawson and Stephanie, they've all been long timers at the shows too, and
And
things like that.
the Show Me show was the first show I went to, the first show that I ever bought. Well, it wasn't the first snake I'd owned, but it was the first one that people would realize. I
Yeah.
had some when I was younger, but I just love the Show Me shows, man. I just feel blessed to be a part of the community over here and the family, because each of these stores, and I'm sure the managers are close as well, but I see it in the pictures and stuff. It's family inside these stores. Stephanie Loki, or Stephanie Lucky. There's so much. There's so much going on in those stores, and I think that's important too, because there's a passion behind even working in a pet store like that, because it too is a labor of love.
Well,
And
and
I'd like
that's what's going to be fun about this podcast.
Sorry, go ahead, Mickey.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said that's what's going to be fun about this podcast. These guys are going to get to share, the ins and outs and their experiences and stuff like that working in a pet store, reptile centered store. So should be fun.
I think so.
What were you saying, Steph?
I think that too, that, another big part of what works all well together that, Mickey's instilled from the beginning and we're all, on board and doing, is that, Dawson mentioned that he is, a nerd out about turtles and tortoises, and that's his, forte. And then Loki's got the snakes, and, we all have this different passion. and we lean on each other. You know, like personally, when I have problems with turtles, I'm asking Dawson if he can give some advice, and he's helping me, and we're working as a family, and we're growing each other and pulling each other up together to make better experiences across the board at all the shops for the education. And you know, Mickey's taught us that from the beginning. Like, we want to work as a team, as a unit, to bring each other up, and that's what makes it more close knit and like a family, and we can grow in our knowledge base to help everybody else.
Sure. Absolutely. How about you, Dawson? You got anything to chime in, brother?
No, I mean, like Stephanie's saying, that's a good thing about having the community and having a good team is you can actually lean on each other. I'm a really big on top of the turtles and tortoises. I'm an isopod freak, so I have like 30 tubs of isopods at home, you know, and all the way from the little, you know, dairy cows to like the ember bees. So, and not everything's the same. So if you treat everything the same, including each other with the knowledge, like it's good to have a diverse team that actually works on certain species and different animals, so you can lean on each other and not have to do it all on your own. So we have a really good team right now, and it's great.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know Mickey's worked really hard at putting everybody together, and Mickey's really good at keeping the glue together. So
Sometimes.
well, I think so. I think so. The right stuff is sticking in the right spots. So, that's really about all I've got, guys. Mickey, was there, I mean, we kind of had to roll. Was there anything that you wanted to punctuate, boss?
Not this week. I'm starving. I'm sitting in the food court. I haven't eaten all day. I'm ready to get some food.
Right on. Well, hey, for real, Mickey, I appreciate you. I know you busted your butt to actually get on here for the time you were on.
Yeah, I almost trampled some old people in the plane because they're like taking forever. I'm like, I gotta get off the plane. For one, I gotta pee, and then I'm gonna be on a podcast. So
He's gonna show up on TikTok, like knocking down old people. We're gonna see that clip go viral here shortly.
So, like we were saying in the beginning, guys, this show is going to be kind of on a as-needed basis. So, we're going to figure out when we've got something good for you guys. We will go ahead and promote it beforehand so everybody's aware, especially any of the educational stuff way beforehand. And we will kind of streamline it from there. So, just
we might only come on here once a month or every other week or something like that. It's not going to be an all-the-time thing. But I think it'll be good. Have you guys share some experiences, you know, the ins and outs and the ups and downs of working at a shop.
I'm excited to see. There's so much community stuff and community building that happens inside the shops that we don't get to see when we're out in the field. I'm excited to watch it, man. I appreciate all three of you coming on. Always appreciate you being here, Mickey. With that, I will go ahead and sign off, and we will throw this up one more time, guys. So you got Springfield, St. Peter's, and Troy. Show Me Reptile Shop, guys. Don't sleep on it.